Hello, this is Dr. Tess. In our last video, we explored certain ideas. We said stress can be beneficial, that different people react to the same levels of stress in different ways, and that stress will ultimately cause disease or illness if we don't deal with them appropriately. Let's take these ideas a little further. When you are faced with a potentially stressful situation, the brain, a small part of your brain called the hypothalamus, will set off an alarm system that sends impulses down to your adrenal glands, another set of organs located somewhere around your kidneys. The adrenal glands will respond by releasing hormones called like adrenaline or cortisol. What do these hormones do? Adrenaline will constrict your blood vessels, cause your heart to beat faster, raise the blood pressure, and cortisol will deal with your blood sugar. It works with your blood sugar. Now, these hormones and all of these physiological activities lead to what we call the fight or the flight reaction. What does that mean? You either fight to, to sustain yourself through this stress, or you fly from the danger. So imagine that you're at the starting line of a 100 meters race. What do you notice about yourself? Your heart is beating fast, you're pumped up, you're ready to go on that race. That stress and that anxiety, that level of preparation is due to the adrenaline and all the chemicals that your body has released in preparation for that challenge. Same thing is if you have to go face an interview or you're going on a stage. So the body releases these chemicals to prepare you for that challenge. So you fight for it. But on the other hand, it could also prepare you to fly from danger. So if you were knocking at a friend's or you were ringing the bell at your friend's gate, and a huge dog, rushes out, and before the dog could be held back, you were on top of a tree, and people will be like, "Guy, how did you get up there?" You'll be like, "I don't know." That is the function of those chemicals again, giving you muscles, providing sugar, providing energy, providing ability for you to fly from that danger. So you see people doing things they never thought they could do. Somebody rushes across a river they didn't know they could swim. Somebody rushes through fire, climbs a mountain. That is a function of your response of your body to stress. So you can see how this can be quite beneficial, isn't it? Now, the ideal situation is that once the perceived threat is over, that alarm system should be turned off. And so after your race, what happens? Your heartbeat goes down, your pulse slows down, your blood pressure drops. The same thing happens when you have finished that interview or when you have, the dog has been reined in. You can calm down and everything goes back to normal. That is because that alarm system gets turned off. It was turned on just to prepare you to respond to that challenge. The problem is that in some people, this alarm system never gets turned off. They are persistently under one form of stress or the other. And so the alarm system from the hypothalamus is constantly on, which means the adrenaline, the cortisol, and other stress hormones are constantly raised in their blood. So they are operating at baseline under a high level of these hormones. So knowing how these hormones perform, they cause your blood pressure to go up, they mess up with your blood sugar, that sustained level of being under the influence of these hormones is what leads to disease. So you begin to develop hypertension, you begin to develop ulcers because you're operating under a constantly raised level of hormones, which isn't supposed to be so. That is how sustained levels of stress cause disease. Now, this might look very simplistic, and I'd like you to go on and read up some of these things, but what you need to do is whenever you are stressed out, always distress. Find ways to distress. Find ways to turn off that alarm system so that your body can relax and be released from the high levels of hormones. I hope this was useful. See you next time.